the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Cassie Heiter.
Such important advice right there, as
Absolutely.
a lot of community pools opened up this past weekend.
A lot of people swimming all week, and tomorrow more of the same of that. We're going to be hot again.
Yes. Tomorrow looks very similar to what we had today. Overall chances for storms in the state are going to be pretty low, the exception being the Panhandle.
And they need that rain.
Yes, they definitely do. And that's what we're seeing right now. We do have some storms out there, but it was certainly a very summery day for most of us. We ended up with a high of 86 degrees in Oklahoma City, the normal 83. We ended up at 91 in Altus, some upper 80s, though, across the north as well. Now, in the main body of the state, we had a couple of storms to the east and southeast. We had that one over Murray County, and it dumped quite a bit of rain, around a little over 2 inches at times, but it came down in a very short period of time. But now our focus is going to what is taking place out to the west, over portions of Kansas into the Oklahoma and Texas Panhandle. All the blue, that's a severe thunderstorm watch that goes until 11, because all the data is showing that as these storms continue to move off to the east, eventually they should weaken. As of right now, we have not seen any reports of anything that actually hitting the ground as far as hail sizes are concerned. But these storms could produce up to maybe nickel-sized hail at best at this point. It even looks like the storm in Oklahoma is actually starting to weaken a little bit. I really don't see that hail core anymore, but certainly some heavy rain and quite a bit of lightning as it moves off to the east-southeast at about 20 to up to about 25 miles an hour. So also not moving very quickly. So if it stays on that particular track, at least in Oklahoma, it puts it at Laverne at 142, Buffalo at 146, Shattuck at 155, Medicine Lodge at 213, and Arnett at about 215 tonight. So most of us, those storms are certainly not coming to Oklahoma City. We're going to stay pretty quiet. This is our Regency camera of our Lucky Star Skycam network. Partly cloudy. We're at 72 degrees. A south-southeast wind at 8 miles an hour. Dew points right now in the mid-60s. Temperatures range from the low to mid-70s across the north. Some upper 60s kind of mixed in across the south and southeast, and also out in the Panhandle with that southeast wind between about 5 to 15 miles an hour. That one's going to become even more light here later on tonight. But this pattern really hasn't changed a whole lot. It's been very unsettled with the heating of the day. We get these storms to pop up, and especially out west, and that's going to be the case again tomorrow. Overall chances, they look pretty low for the next day or so, but out west, eventually later in the afternoon and evening, we're going to see some storms develop that are going to try to make a run for the Panhandle and far western Oklahoma. Storms for the rest of the state, they start to increase a little bit more as we get into the weekend. We're talking Friday, Saturday, and even into Sunday. But here's the thing, if you do have any outdoor plans, certainly don't cancel those just yet. We're going to get a better idea of the timing and the coverage of the storms as we get a little bit closer, but we could certainly see pockets of heavy rain embedded within some of these storms. Next week, the pattern still looks very unsettled, but here's the thing, it also looks a little drier, so I think storm chances are going to become a little bit more spotty with temperatures back into the 80s. But overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning, eventually these storms will come into northwest Oklahoma, but they're going to weaken quite a bit, and the coverage won't be nearly as great. Temperatures drop down into the mid and upper 60s overnight tonight, tomorrow afternoon. High of 85 degrees in Oklahoma City, 86 in McAllister, 85 in Enid, 86 degrees in Clinton, hit a high about 90 in Altus again tomorrow. In the afternoon and evening, still just a slight chance any one spot in the state, but in the Panhandle, that chance is going to be a lot more likely for storms. So tomorrow night to Thursday morning, we're going to do this all over again. Storms in the Panhandle will probably become severe, but they should weaken as they make their way into western Oklahoma with a slight chance some of that rain does make it into Oklahoma City. During the day Thursday, we're going to be in the low to mid 80s. So staying very warm. I think Thursday afternoon, there's a little bit better chance that we at least get some showers in Oklahoma City, but that higher chance of storms will still stay in the northwest and the Panhandle, and that is where we could see some severe storms with up to golf ball size hail and wind gusts up to about 65 miles an hour. Friday afternoon, upper 70s across Alva, Enid, 83 in Ponca City, 82 in Stillwater, 82 degrees in Oklahoma City, and this time we've got about a 50% chance of seeing some showers and storms, but storms look a little bit more likely across the Kansas and Oklahoma border Friday afternoon and evening. The farther south and east you go, those chances do look a little bit less, but we keep those chances going all the way through about early next week. It looks like we may get a break from any rain chances on Tuesday, but they're not gone for long, and temperatures stay pretty warm. Carl, back to you.